Hello, BSRDT 1B, ay 1A, tama ba? I'm recording this video because I won't be able to meet you tomorrow. Nandito pa ako sa Quezon Province. I'm attending a 3-day seminar on molecular laboratory techniques. So, tomorrow pa mag-end, pauwi na ako nun ng Cavite. Instead, you just watch this lecture video on biodiversity. It's our first topic for finals, no? I think we have four lessons to be covered for finals. So biodiversity, and then biotechnology, then climate change, at energy yata, no? Then last is yung climate change. So yun lang yung four topics natin for this finals, no? And we'll start with lecture 1, no? Biodiversity. All right, so the word biodiversity class, no? Uh, there's this bio, which means life. You already know that, no? And diversity. When you say diversity, means varieties or different things, no? From the root word diverse. When we say diverse, it means varies, no? Iba't iba. Like for example, in your section, syempre, very diverse yung mga personalities ninyo. So iba-iba pa din. And when we talk about living things, syempre, you can observe the varieties of life on Earth from the single organism like bacteria or fungi, for example, no, up to the largest living thing, which is trees, sequoia trees. Tama ba? Sequoia trees, the largest living organism on Earth, and everything in between, no, makes up this biodiversity. The different plants and insects, no? Imagine how many different kinds of insects we have in our biosphere. Uh, Different kinds of fish, for example, aquatic living organisms, animals, all those varieties of life forms in Earth makes up this term called biodiversity. And not only the animals class, but also the 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 different ecosystems that we have, no? For example, we have aquatic ecosystem, we have terrestrial ecosystem, and under aquatic ecosystem, we have more varieties. Like we have a saltwater ecosystem, we have freshwater ecosystem, and in between, no, the estuaries, for example, is another type of ecosystem. When I say estuaries in Tagalog, tabsing, no, yun yung part of the marine, no, or bodies of water kung saan the salt water and the fresh water meets. Usually yun yung mga bunganga ng ilog sa dagat, no. Hindi siya salt water and hindi din naman siya fresh water, but something in between. We call it estuaries, no. And in terrestrial ecosystem, ang dami, lalo na, no, sa land. We have a tropical rainforest, we have savanna, we have a anong tawag diyan, marshes, no? Ano ba yung wetlands? We have wetlands, for example. Different terrestrial ecosystem. We have desert, no? Another thing. So not only on the living organism, but also on the level of ecosystem. Right? There are varieties on the level of ecosystem, on the level of living organisms, and even on the level of species. For example, in humans, no? In Homo sapiens, all of us are one scientific name, that's Homo sapiens, and yet there are differences between humans, depending on the environment, no, because of the adaptation. Like for example, different colors, different races, no. There are white, no, colored individuals, like in those Western countries. There are also dark colored individuals, like for example in tropics in Africa, for example, no, and somewhere in between, like us, uh, Filipino. So even in this even at the species level, no, there are still varieties. Coffee in plants, for example, how many varieties do we have in coffees, no? Uh, We have Arabica. Tama ba ako? I'm sure, mga Gen Z, you love coffee so much. What is the most, aromatic coffee of all? Diba? The Arabica, no? Sa Cavite, we have, Barako, no? Which is another varieties. In lower animals, for example, dogs, there are lots of, breed, no? Like, for example, the Dalmatian, Aspin, no? Still another breed of dogs. Okay? So that's biodiversity, or differences or varieties among living organisms and their habitats, like different ecosystem. There are three types of biodiversity class. There are three levels pala, sorry. There are three levels of biodiversity: the genetic diversity, here the species diversity, and the ecosystem diversity. Genetic diversity class is the differences or the varieties of an organism of the same species. Like, for example, humans, Homo sapiens. No? We are all Homo sapiens, and yet, you see, you don't look like your classmate. You have this unique physical attributes, or unique phenotypic characteristic, right? Not only within not only within our race, but also iba-iba pa din depending on the environment. For example, we live in the tropical country, so somehow our skin color is almost the same, kayumanggi, no? And you compare it to those people who live in temperate, or maybe in frigid region, like, for example, in western countries class, no? So their color is white complexion, because of adaptation, of course, because of adaptation. And there are also people who lives in Africa, no? Colored din yung skin nila, their dark complexion, and that's because of the adaptation, because of the amount of sunlight that they receive, no? Masyadong mainit doon eh. So it's a defense mechanism for their skin to become dark. Protection nila yan kasi, no? While yung Homo sapiens that live in temperate region, syempre wala namang masyadong sunlight doon eh. There are cases pa nga, like, for example, in Denmark, or in the near the North Pole of the Earth, no? Pag summer, walang kalahating taon, walang araw, di ba? May mga ganong instances diyan eh. Meron namang mga buong summer umaga lang, walang gabi class. Pero yung amount of sunlight is not that intense, hindi ganoon kataas yung intensity compared to those people who live in the tropics. Kalahati dito, syempre 12 hours, night 12 hours ay umaga. Pero pag umaga naman, no, yung intensity of sunlight, no, is very strong. Okay? That's why yung color natin, yung skin color natin is just perfect for our condition. My point here is that syempre iba't ibang races, iba't ibang physical physical attributes, no? And that is because of adaptation class. Bakit ba iba-iba tayo ng races? Bakit ba iba-iba tayo ng physical attributes? Is because of adaptation. But we are all Homo sapiens, no? May mga tao that are very racist, no? Pero lalo na before, no? People are very racist. They base their judgment on the physical attributes, not knowing that, come on, all of us are Homo sapiens. And the differences in physical attributes is just because of adaptation. It's because of geography. No? It's because on where we live. Alright? So again, that's genetic diversity. In lower animals, for example, if you have dogs at home, no? Dogs, there are many no, not varieties, but breed, no? There are many breeds of dogs, Dalmatian, for example, German Shepherd, and many more. But in plants, we call it varieties, not breed, no? For example, in coffee, o diba, Gen Z kayo, I'm sure you love to drink coffee a lot, no? Ano ba yung mga varieties niya? Ano ba your favorite? The most aromatic is Arabica, no? For example, Arabica, tapos dito sa Cavite, Arabica sa lang yun, sa parting Benguet, Baguio, no? Doon tayo kumukuha. While dito sa Cavite, as here in Cavite, sa lugar ko, Barako, in Batangas as well, no? Barako, not Arabica. Excelsa, if I'm not mistaken. Arabica, Excelsa, there are only 4 varieties. Robusta varieties of coffee, still coffee, no? Yung ginagamit yun sa mga 3-in-1 coffee. Right? My point is, even at a species level, there are no, there are varieties class. And ecosystem species diversity class is of course differences be- between two different species. Like for example, human and chimpanzee. No, we are we are different species from them. Completely different species. No, they are not homo eh. Kasi yung mga Homo, like for example, the Homo neanderthalensis, Homo erectus and Homo habilis, those are our close relatives. They are our cousins. Same genus but different species. That could be considered as but diversity at a species level. No? Pero syempre, yung most obvious dyan is between a horse and a donkey, between an eagle and a fish. No? So there is this species diversity. Uh, what do you call this? Different living organism. Yung difference nila is at species level, right? And there's also ecosystem diversity. Differences in ecosystem, just like what I mentioned earlier. There are desert, no? There are tropical rainforest, there are savanna, there are grassland. So again, ecosystem varies, no? And for each ecosystem, there is a unique a species that thrive in there. Like for example, the thing that I mentioned earlier, no? That there is this freshwater ecosystem, and there is a saltwater ecosystem, and in between, no, not too salty and not that tawag dito, freshwater ecosystem, no, in between. So we call it estuaries, and there are these specific organisms that live in estuaries, like for example, yung mga what's the English of sugpo, lobster. For example, lobsters, malalaking lobster yata yun, they could only be found in uh, tawag diyan estuaries. Okay. I'm not sure with mud crab if they are also tribe of if they also live in estuaries. So search nyo na lang, no. But again, different ecosystem allows different species to thrive, no. So endemic ba yung tawag yun? Endemic on that ecosystem. Pwede mo sabihin siguro yun, no? Basta unique to that ecosystem. For example, in wetlands, no? In marsh, no? Meron doong very specific animals that tribes. In desert, no? The animals that lives in desert are very specific as well. Very 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 adapted to that kind of ecosystem. Okay? Uh, so the types or the levels of biodiversity are the genetic biodiversity, the species, and then finally the ecosystem biodiversity. You can look at this diagram, no, to compare the three. So the genetic biodiversity is the differences at a genetic level. For example, like you don't like your class, you don't exactly look like your even at the level of your siblings, no, still there is a diversity between siblings. They look alike, yes, no, there are resemblance, no, but still unique. Even class, even those identical twins, although they came from the same nucleus, from the same um, genomic DNA, and yet as they grow old, we can still see some diversity. They are not perfectly 100% identical, but again, personality, for example, personality may differ, yes, may be different between the two identical twins, no? Because personality class, it's nurture, tama ba? Versus nature, no? Although may contribution din naman ng genetics dyan sa personality. Pero, I don't know, I would argue that personality is more on nurture than than nature. It's more on the environment, no? It depends on where you grow up. So this is genetic biodiversity, which I already explained earlier, the different breeds of dogs, no? So the differences there is the sequence of bases. Ito yung dinidiscuss namin kanina class and kahapon din no sa introductory sa ano ba kayo? Radtech kasi kayo ano? I'm not sure if Radtech would use those PCR machines. Parang hindi pang medtech yata yun More on ano kayo, yung malalaking machines no like X-rays, MRI, CT scan ano. So but I'm not sure please pero yung mga medtech ko kasi, yun daw, gagamit sila ng mga PCR. Yun yung ginagawa namin kanina. We are isolating DNA class. No, yesterday, we extracted DNA. Ang pinili ko ay fungi DNA because wala, yun yung field ko ay mycologist. So, we extracted sa group, no, DNA from mycelia of a fungi. And then after that, we added some enzymes, buffer, no, lagyan namin doon sa vial na maliit. Then, we put it in the the gel electrophoresis, no? Hanggang sa mag-travel yung mga DNA na yon, no? To the positive side of the device of the machine, no? And then, PCR namin, polymerase chain reaction. Ito yung dinidiscuss namin. Wala may seminar kasi is molecular biology, molecular laboratory techniques, no? So, DNA extraction and PCR, tapos sequencing. Kanina we did sequencing using the bioinformatics, no? Sa ano naman yun? Sa computer, no? But again, the point is ay nabanggit ko lang because again, that's DNA, genetic biodiversity. The difference between you and your classmate is the sequence of DNA. No? Sa siblings mo, syempre mas mas related yan. Yung sequence mo between you and your sibling, between you and your parents. But between you and your classmate, syempre, malaki yung differences niyan. Malaki bahagdan or percentage. Alright? So, that's genetic biodiversity. Species diversity, although there are closely related animals, like for example, monkey and donkey, sana sabihin ko. For example, horses and zebra and donkey, no? Parang they are closely related and yet they are of different species. Monkeys and ano ba? There are different species of monkeys, no? But I'm not sure what are those species of monkeys. But gorillas, the apes, no? The gorillas, the chimpanzees, yan ang magkakagrupo. Somehow they are closely related, but they are of different species, no? Pwede bang mag-mate yung two organisms of the same species? There are instances, but nature doesn't allow the propagation of those animals. We call them hybrid. Like for example, a lion can actually mate with a tiger to produce liger, no? And they are bigger than lion and tiger. But they are baog. Ano man baog? Infertile. They are infertile. No? They will not produce offsprings because again evolution, because nature do not allow them to propagate, no? Para siyang glitch, no, sa computer, hindi siya natural. It's not natural, and if it's not natural, then nature wouldn't allow it, no? But there are, as long as those two species are closely related, like for example a horse and a zebra, pwede ba yun? I-search nyo na lang if a horse and a zebra. But what I know is a horse and a donkey. A zebra and a donkey, which could produce an offspring. We call it zebranky. Zebranky. Hindi zebra and monkey class zebra and donkey. So zebranky. And ligers, madami yan Alimutan ko lang yung iba. As long as they are closely related, they could humans, wala naman tayong closely related. Baka isipin niyo, sir, how about humans and chimpanzee? Humans and gorilla. We are not closely related to them. Yung closely related natin na hominins, no, ay yun nga, Homo neanderthalensis, which lived 40,000 years ago. Na-discuss natin yan dati. And in fact, no, sabi ko nga sa inyo before, in history, in the history of human, there is this time, no, thousands of years ago, that Neanderthals mated, that Homo sapiens mated with Neanderthals. How do we know that? Because, we discover some fossils of Neanderthals, and we already uh, tested their genome, no? And we already know our genome because there's a Human Genome Project. And we compare our genome with the genome of Neanderthals. And there is this 1 to 2% Neanderthals in us when it comes to DNA, when it comes to genetics. No? So that's why we know that somewhere along the human, no, history, we once mated with Neanderthals, because our DNA has some percentage of Neanderthal genes, around 1 to 2%. Okay? Because we are closely related. We belong to the same genus, which is Homo. Na sila lang, species nila is Neanderthals, while us, our species is Sapiens. So closely related pwede yun. Ecosystem diversity class is the habitat of those living organisms. And because there is this different ecosystem, what happens? Different environment. A different environment will produce different adaptation among organisms that thrive in there. Right? So you have organisms that live in fresh water. You have organisms which are very different class, no? That lives in salt water, no? And there are organisms that lives in different organisms that lives in the tropics, in the tropical rainforest. For example, you won't find a lion, no, in a tropical rainforest, no? Uh, because lions live in the savanna in groups, no? They are highly social compared to tigers that lives in the forest. Tama ba? Yes, tigers do lives in the forest. Tigers lives in Asia class, in Asia, no? Singapore, for example, Cambodia. Uh, while lions live in African savanna, no? No. And a tiger would not survive class in African savanna, because tigers are what, no? They uses this different vegetation, no, to hide, no? To hide for while they are hunting predators. In the savanna class, wala naman sila matataguan doon, because savanna is, it look like a dry, grassland with few trees. So a tiger would not survive, will not survive in a savanna, because both have different ecosystems, no? And because tiger are well adapted in forest, and they are not well adapted in open savanna. Hindi sila makakapag-hunt doon. They will be seen, no? Unlike lions class that are highly social. They live in groups, ano? Uh, ano ba tawag sa groups ng lion? I forgot, what do you call that? A group of lion. Sabihin ko sana pack, pack kasi is wolves, no? Pack of wolves. How about lions? I forgot, no? But they live in groups. They are social. They are not solitary class, they don't hunt alone. Lions hunt as a group compared to tigers that lives in the forest. So nakakapagtago sila. That's why okay lang if they are solitary. Tigers class are solitary, they hunt alone, they live alone. Uh, and okay lang yun, no? Well adapted to the environment in the tropics. Siyempre, vegetative, maraming trees and bushes. They can ambush their prey compared to lions that would hunt, no, as a group. Hahabulin talaga nila yan. So, ibang ecosystem, my point is, different ecosystem produces different adaptation to different organisms. Even though they are closely related, like lions and tigers, still, nagkakaiba pa din because of, again, the way they adapted to their ecosystem. Because are ecosystems varied, no? Iba-iba. Iba't ibang adaptation, iba't ibang physical characteristic ma-form even though they are closely related. Alright, so I already explained this ecosystem or habitat biodiversity. There are countries, class, ito nilang third bullet, no? There are countries that have a very diverse ecosystem. Like, for example, in the Philippines, we are a tropical country, ano? We have a very diverse ecosystem, class. We have swamp, marshes, we have forest, we even have desert. There are part, no, geographic region in the Philippines na desert, for example. Pero meron eh. I-search nyo. Pero hindi ganun kalawak, unlike in Africa, for example, or in China, in the Gobi Desert in China, for example, no? And the anong desert yun sa Africa? Mojave Desert ba yun? I forgot, no? Uh, the point is, Philippines, class, is is one of the countries with a wide variety of ecosystem, no? We have lots of freshwater ecosystem, rivers, lakes, brooks. No, we have also saltwater ecosystem. We have lots of estuaries. Wala eh. Bulubundukin yung Pilipinas. So malamang yung mga river system niyan will all. Saan ba papunta yung river system? Lahat naman yan eh. Will all lead to the if not lake, then ocean or sea. No, that's why we have estuaries. No, so the point is, Philippines have a very diverse ecosystem, different kinds of ecosystem. We even have household ecosystem. Even the house, no, inside the house could be considered as an ecosystem. O tingin nyo, why? Why do you think a house is considered as another ecosystem, or the way we call it, no, household ecosystem? By definition, what is an ecosystem? Interaction of different organisms. O anong mga organisms ang nasa bahay? Di ba? Probably there are ano bang mga organism nandiyan? Cockroaches. Di mo nawawala yan, no? Kahit pa isa-isa meron yan sa ilalim ng lababo. We even have flies, mosquitoes, class, no? Mosquitoes, flies. Sa bahay namin may spider pa eh. Di ba? Luma kasi, so there are spider, no? And their interaction. Spider will interact with the flies or mosquito as their prey. Diba? Cockroaches will interact with humans. Paano yung interaction ng humans and cockroaches? Have you ever seen a flying cockroaches that flies towards you? What's your reaction to that? No. But ang point ko is ano ba? Cockroaches are what? They are scavengers, decomposers, no? They are scavengers or maybe decomposers. They take charge of the decomposing yung mga leftover foods, for example, nalalaglag, no? What else? Ano pang nasa bahay? Lizards, no? Lizards interact with smaller insect, no? Predation 'yan, o di ba? So there is predation, no? There is also since spiders could prey on those mosquitoes, then we could have a ano ba yung relationship na beneficial with each other? Mutualism, di ba? We have a mutualistic relationship with house spider, for example, no? But totoo yan there is this household ecosystem as long as there is interaction, class, between living organisms, no? It's another kind of ecosystem. Alright, so that's again in the Philippines we have mangroves, of course. These are some of the photos I have taken kasi nga ako tawag dyan, medyo may pagka-adventurous, no? Pero dati lang yun, pre-pandemic. After the pandemic na wala na tinamad na. Except this, hindi, tama ba? Kinuha ko din ng picture na to if I'm not mistaken. Except this, ito, hindi ko naman kinuha yan. But the rest, I took all those photos, tama ba? Mangroves, ano to? Ito sa Boracay, ito to. Ito naman sa Benguet, no? Ay, Benguet nga ba to? I'm not sure, but I have taken these photos as well. Ito, kami to ng mga co-teacher ko before. Ano to, mossy forest. O, diba, that's another ecosystem class. You know, ang mossy forest, yung mga puno covered by moss. Covered by moss. yung mga branches and trunks nila. Mossy forest. Very humid yan eh. Mangyayari lang yung mossy forest sa region ng bundok na humid and cold. So may mga swamp tayo, Candaba swamp nga yata to. But I just took this from the internet. But this one, and this one, I've taken all of those picture. Nice, just to show that in the Philippines there are lots of ecosystem. Distribution of biodiversity class are not equal, no, across the globe. Right? There are continents, no, there are regions, no, that are very diverse, and there are regions that are less diverse. No? Terrestrial biodiversity is thought to be up to 25 times greater than ocean biodiversity. So the different living organisms in land class far exceeded the different living organisms in the ocean. Insect pa lang sa land class, no? Dami-dami na. Next slide tayo. Here in this diagram, ano, you can see the level of biodiversity in each country. If it is color somewhere around yellow, no, then it has a high biodiversity. Like for example, Australia, Philippines is included in that. No, we call this region biodiversity hotspot. Okay, we have a very diverse ecosystem, very diverse species. No, different animals live in this region with yellow color. No, mga geographic region, very diverse, and yet biodiversity here are threatened. Big sabihin, pababa ng pababa, no? That's why they call it biodiversity hotspot. Very high yung biodiversity, and yet as time goes by, bumababa, no? And there are lots of factors why the biodiversity is decreasing. Okay? While tinan nyo, yung mga bansa na those countries that have this color blue and light green and blue, they have low biodiversity. We are very rich. No, the Philippines, rich in biodiversity, rich in natural resources. No? But what happened to our country? It remains a third world country up to now. This time, let's try to discuss what are those threats to biodiversity. So what makes those living organisms extinct, for example? What happens to the habitat of the ecosystem? Why are they being destroyed, for example? What are those reasons? These are the threats to biodiversity class. There are four. There are five pala. Habitat destruction, global climate change, pollution, overexploitation, like overfishing, for example. The invasive species or the alien species. Those are the threats, no, to biodiversity. This is what makes biodiversity decrease. Alright? And we'll discuss it one by one. Pero bilisan ko na lang. I'm sure familiar na rin naman kayo dito. For example, in habitat loss, no? And what is the most reason why there is a habitat loss, why the habitat of those living organisms are being destroyed? Like for example, deforestation, no? O yun, di ba? Elementary pa lang, discuss nyo na yan. Deforestation, illegal logging. And there are plenty of examples for that. No? Like for example, there is this in the Philippines, in the context here in the Philippines, no, there is this species of tree called Aquilaria. I forgot the common name for Aquilaria, pero it is the most expensive, no, tree. Even even expensive than gold. Even expensive than gold. Why is that? Because this Aquilaria tree class, search nyo na lang sa internet, Aquilaria. Aquilaria yata yun. Aquilaria species of trees. No, this tree kasi, this species of tree class, no, could produce an oil inside the bark of inside the tree itself, no, an oil which is used for making perfume, and they could sell very expensive, especially in the Middle East or in other countries. So what happens during the 80s and 90s and even early 2000, it was exploited class, no. Alam mo naman ang mga Pilipino, as long as it could provide money, even if it is illegal, syempre gagawin yan. Wala eh, we are third world countries. more than half of the Filipino, if I'm not mistaken, is no, below average income, no. So yun, illegal logging of Aquilaria tree, syempre madi-disturb yung forest ecosystem if a species no, have to be taken out. If one species have to be taken out. Okay? Nagkakaroon kasi ng imbalance. Alam mo naman ang nature, ang gusto lagi balance. Balance of nature, di ba? Alam mo in ecology, syempre subject ko yan dati. In ecology class, we have this motto. Motto ba 'yun? Hindi siya motto eh. I forgot the term eh. Ano nga ba 'yun? Basta. And it goes like this. In ecosystem, in the environment, in ecosystem, in ecology, everything connects to everything else. In Tagalog, lahat ng bagay magkakaugnay. Magkakaugnay ang lahat. It's a song din eh, 'di ba? Kung narinig niyo 'yun dati. Sa Tagalog song, magkakaugnay daw lahat. That's true, class in ecology. Everything is connected to everything. Even those most abstract relationship that you could think of. Like for example, ano ang relationship ng Dolomite Beach, no? Sa harvest ng ano yung mabaho na prutas sa Davao sa parting Visayas, Mindanao? Durian. Durian. What's the relationship of that? No? Saan ba galing yung Dolomite? Those are limestone yata na pinino to become a sand, no? Eh syempre, those are saan ba galing yan? Sa mga bundok, sa mga cave, for example. O sino ba they are being mined, no? They are being mined in those caves. And what animals do lives in the caves? Bats, for example, no? And bats class is one of the pollinators of durian. Siyempre, you destroy the habitat, you destroy the caves, no? What will happen? Then, mababawasan yung pollination, no? Because the population of bats will also decrease because of the habitat loss, no? So, mababawasan yung population ng bats. Then, the pollinators, no, will also decrease. So, anong mangyayari? The harvest of durian will also decrease. Di ba? So, again, magkakaugnay ang lahat. Everything is connected to everything else. And I want you to remember that, please. Bago kayo magkalat ng basura sa labas, no? Bago kayo magtapon kung saan-saan, think of that mantra. We call it mantra class, no? Hindi motto, sorry. We call it mantra. Everything is connected to everything else. No? When was the last time that you had a nature walk? When was the last time that you climbed a mountain? Hike a mountain, for example. Doon mo lang kasi ma-appreciate yung nature eh. No? If you become one with nature. Yan yung mga namin eh, kapag umakit kami ng bundok with my organization. Atonement with nature. Okay, doon mo lang yan ma-appreciate that everything is connected to everything else. Pag nagtapon tayo ng basura kung saan-saan, babalik at babalik din sa atin yan. Pag na-pollute natin yung mga bodies of water, babalik din yan. Why? For example, red tide. Bakit ba may red tide? The overgrowth of red algae sa dagat, di ba? O bakit ba mag-overgrowth ang red algae sa dagat? It's because of too much of chemicals that are seeping through the soil and going to the ocean. No? Saan ba galing yung mga chemicals na yun? Human activities o red tide, babalik din sa atin, tayo mapiperwisyo. Di ba? You throw a lot of garbages, for example, or trash sa dagat. Pag bumagyo, ganun din, babalik din yan sa shore sa Manila Bay, for example. No? So, everything is connected to everything else. You mine those different kinds of rocks, marbles, for example, sa mga bundok. What happens? Ano ang hazard niyan, 'di ba? Flash floods or erosion, 'di ba? O ganun din, babalik pa din sa atin as human because everything is connected to everything else. Right? Everything is connected to everything else. I want you to remember that. Habitat loss can be described when animals loses their home, which I already explained earlier. No? Reasons of habitat loss by humans, agriculture, farming, for example. You convert those forests into farming, agricultural land, then habitat loss. For industrial urbanization development, no. So whenever a particular country become industrialized, sometimes the nature, no, the environment is being sacrificed. Can we ano? Can we in can a country industrialize or develop without sacrificing the environment, the ecosystem, destruction of the ecosystem? Can we do that? Pwede bang pwede bang umunlad ng hindi nakakasira ng kalikasan? Sabi dun sa kanta. Tama ba ako? Yung kanta ng asin. Actually, pwede naman. Kaso mahirap. Ay, parang hindi eh. Paano ka uunlad, no? Eh, syempre, industrialization, how can you say that a particular country is industrialized if there are, buildings? So, how can you build if you won't cut down trees, no? So, mahirap. Pero, eventually, pwede ka naman makabawi. For example, whenever you cut down trees, during buildings of for example, mga resort, no? Or mga tawag diyan, or mga buildings, no? For every one tree that you cut down, pwede ka mag-tree planting, 20 or 50 pa, no? So, pwede tayong bumawi yun nga lang, sa sa huli na, no? Kasi biruin mo, if you cut down trees, even if you plant 20 or 50 saplings of trees, no? You still have to wait for how many years before it becomes a fully grown trees, no? So, mauuna yung sacrifice bago tayo makakabawi. So, for example, Philippines, our country, Philippines as a third world countries, we rely too much on fossil fuels. And fossil fuels class, it's responsible for excessive carbon dioxide emission. And that's greenhouse gas, no? Which will eventually lead to global warming and eventually climate change. Pero when we become industrialized country, we could actually produce vehicles that do not rely on we can use vehicles that do not rely on fossil fuels, on gasoline or diesel, no? Solar or electric, no? We can build nuclear power plant, so that we won't rely on charcoal as a source of electricity. Di ba? So ibig kong sabihin, class, as a third world country, as bilang isang mahirap na bansa, no? Masasacrifice talaga natin ang environment. Then eventually, when we become a developed country, doon pala tayo makakabawi. Right? For example of those organisms that became extinct, no, because of habitat loss is this ano ba to? Mga wild boars, for example, Cebu warty pig, may mga ganyan no. Habitat destruction through natural processes such as volcanism, fire and climate, but most of the habitat destruction nowadays class is because of humans, no. For example, we tend to hunt wild boars or those endemic wild boar in the Philippines down to extinction for food. Diba? We became the reason for habitat destruction or we became the reason on why other living organisms become extinct because we destroy their habitat or their ecosystem. Or sometimes, or most of the times, we hunt them to extinction. But the point of this slide class is that habitat loss is one of the major reason for extinction. But syempre, why is there a habitat loss? It's because of human activity. So babalik pa din sa tao. Right? So these are the natural reason for habitat loss. Forest fire, for example. Like, somewhere into 2020, 2020, no? Tagal na, no? Almost 6 years ago. There is this forest fire in Benguet, no? Inakyat ko pa man din yan before. Pabalik-balik kami dyan. Nakatatlong akyat na yata ako dyan sa Mount Pulag, somewhere in Benguet. Ang maganda kasi dyan, class, pag nag-work na kayo someday and you earn your money on your own, try nyong mag-hike dyan, Benguet. Sobrang ganda, no? Yung Sea of Clouds, makikita mo dyan. Yung mga Chinese bamboo, yun, which is, ito, nadamay ng forest fire. Sayang yung mga Chinese bamboo. Mga bamboo siya, pero maliliit lang, hindi yung sobrang tataas. May isang area dyan na hill, no? Hills, may mga hills dyan na puro Chinese bamboo. Tapos kapag, naalala ko, nag-camping kami sa tuktok dyan, plus, nauna ng ng hills to, na maliliit na yellow. Diyos ko, sobrang ginaw. May mga cases na na yung mga campers palibhasa hindi nila in-expect. Kulang yung mga gears nila na dala. No, nagpapa-rescue. Pinabalutan ng mga yung kulay silver na pang tawag diyan, parang mga insulator kasi nga sobrang lamig Maganda dyan sa Mount Pulag. And somewhere in 2020, nagkaroon ng forest fire, unfortunately. Ewan ko lang kung ngayon 2022 hindi pa ulit kami nakakabalik dyan because after the pandemic, hindi na ulit kami nakaakyat. Kung naka-recover na yung area na nasunog dyan sa Mount Pulag. What's the solution? Siyempre, protecting the remaining intact section of the natural habitat. Sometimes, ginagawa nilang national park. Yung mga forest, nagiging national park just for it to become protected. Mga protected areas. Dito sa Quezon, may mga protected areas dito. Like for example, sa Mount Makiling, nadaanan ko yan nung punta ko dito. Ano yan? Protected areas na yan. Class, hindi ka basta-basta makakataas dyan without securing a permit. Sa ganun din naman sa Pulag, National park na rin kasi yung Pulag Kaso nga, may mga pasaway, nag-camping-camping doon sa damu-damuhan, syempre. Yun yung nagiging cause ng forest fire. No? Mount Pakiling, ganun din, national park na din yan. Bawal tumaas dyan without securing a permit from the DNR. And education, continuous education class, very important, no? A solution for biodiversity loss. Tree planting. Yan. Kaya naman sa subject ko na environmental science, yung finals namin nagiging tree planting instead of written examination. Poaching class, no? Is another reason for decrease in biodiversity or biodiversity loss. Pag sinabi yung poaching class, ito yung hunting of those animals just to get not only animal class but also plants. Pero hindi naman hunting yun, no? Hunting is only applicable for animals. But poaching, yung pagkuha, no, of those animals or plants in the wild, we call it poaching. Applicable to plants and animals. Siyempre, sa animals, hindi mo naman yan basta makukuha. You need to hunt them, no? Pero sa plants, siyempre, bunutin mo lang yan. Then that's also considered as poaching. Why do we poach animals? For example, pangolin or no, parang may slide dito about pangolin. But for their very expensive, for example, in rhinos, yung horn, no? Elephants, yung ivory, no? So those are very expensive. So they tend human beings tend to poach them for money, for profit. Poaching is the hunting or harvesting, taking of wild plants, no? History of poaching, it happened millions of years ago. Our early ancestors, they used to poach animals or hunt them to extinction. In 2020, there is this illegal trade of pangolins, no, which will be exported sana, illegal nga lang, to China. China, Chinese people, if those organisms are very exotic, they always believe that they could cure some sort of diseases. Like for example, the pangolin. Kala lagi nila sa mga organism may anti-cancer. anti-cancer property. So, same thing with this. We have laws class. May mga batas tayo dyan, no? But the implementation is very weak. Nakakalusot at nakakalusot. No? Really, we the authorities intercept some of its transaction, like for example in ito yung sa pangolin somewhere in August of 2020, may mga naharang sila diyan. They intercepted dead pangolins already to be shipped to China. Yung mga buyer kasi diyan mga Chinese because again they thought that those pangolins have some medical property like anti-cancer. What else? Philippine police arrest rare sea turtles poachers. And sea turtles from the Philippines, which will be again shifted to other countries for profit. So again, we have laws, but then the implementation is very weak. Well, why is that? Because syempre, we have to understand din naman that our country is made up of thousands of different islands. So hindi naman mababantayan lahat yan. And some skin of those lions and tigers are also what makes them interest for those poachers, buyers. Ivory from elephants. Why poaching is done? Syempre, for profit, demands, medicinal product. Many cultures believe that certain animals have a medicinal value. Meron pa nga dyan before, I don't know if you encounter this, yung tuko ba yun? Tuko. What's the English of tuko? Chameleon ba yun? Hindi it's just another species of lizard Basta yung tuko sa Pilipinas, nauso yan. May anti-cancer property daw. According to the Chinese, that's why yung mga Pilipino naman, sige yung huli ng mga tuko. I don't know what happened kung meron nga ba siyang anti-cancer or medicinal property. Search nyo na lang kung may mga studies ba. Poaching is not only limited to animals. Poaching is also happens to plants. Like for example, this kind of plants, Galax, black, what's this, cohosh, are being taken from the wild for some reason. And ginseng, ginseng plus, they make tea out of it because of its medicinal value. So yung roots niya, syempre, if you take the roots, you have to take the entire plants. Hindi mo survive yan. So that's still poaching. It's also being taken from the wild because of the medicinal value of it. Alright? So poaching are for plants and also for there's also this post in Facebook that I've encountered before 3 years ago yata to. Imagine nag-picture pa sila. These are hikers Ito yung lagi namin sinasabi sa mga hikers isa lang naman ang rules. If you hike, if in case maging interest nyo yan, hiking mountains kasi masaya din yan especially if you're with your most favorite people or person, mga tropa nyo. You go on a hike, you only take nothing but picture. Take nothing but picture. Leave nothing but footprints. Yan ang mantra pag umakyat ng bundok. Take nothing but picture, leave nothing but footprints. Ito ang ginawa nila. They even takes those what do you call that? Picture plant, They leave no trace principle dapat ito. But these people, they are ignorant, they are ignorant, So they collected those plants. Some of them are picture plants. Wala pag binaba mo naman yung picture plants in sea level, di rin magsusurvive because picture plants only lives in this particular environment na mataas yung altitude. Yung mataas na lugar ba, So wala That's why education class is very important. Kayo dapat kayo ay well educated when you go on a hike or on a mountain. Take nothing but pictures and leave nothing but experience. Okay? What's this? Alocasia. Alocasia class, I think hindi naman siya extinct pa because I'm sure there are household kung saan may mga ganito silang tanim. They are only threatened plants. Bago maging extinct, may mga level pa yan Like for example, monitored. Threatened, tapos monitored, tapos bago maging extinct. I just forgot that level. Before an organism become extinct, first it is monitored, threatened, then I forgot. Search na lang. Meron pa extinct on the wild before it becomes truly extinct. Okay? Extinct in the wild, meaning to say you won't find those organism in the wild, but you may find it in those sanctuaries. You may find them in the sanctuaries. So they are extinct in the wild, but still they are thriving in those protected areas and sanctuaries kung tawagin, right? Pero pag wala na din sa sanctuaries, then that's the time that they are considered as extinct. Okay? So monitored, threatened, then extinct in the wild, extinct. Pero meron pa yan some levels in between. Try to search it. Like alocasia. Parang wala na rin yata to sa wild if I'm not mistaken. Bakit wala to sa wild? Kasi nasa mga nasa mga bahay na pinagkukuhanan ng mga plantito at plantita at ng mga nanay at tatay nyo. Pag may nakitang kakaibang halaman, kukunin. Especially during the pandemic class, no? May mga napanood pa nga akong video sa ganyan May nakita lang siyang plant dun sa sa dinaanan niya. Kinuha. Kitang-kita sa CCTV. So, that's the reason why sometimes nagiging extinct siya in the wild and yet, nasa akala natin, paano maging extinct yung alocasia? Ang dami-dami yan sa bahay. Kasi nga, extinct siya in the wild. Wala na, nasa bahay na lahat. Okay, may mga ganyang cases just like, for example, in this alocasia. How poaching affects the environment. Poaching or illegal hunting cause animals to be endangered. Ayun. Threatened, endangered, extinct in the wild, and then extinct. Alright? May mga endangered species tayo like for example, what is that? The tarsier. Endangered na yan Philippine eagle, those are endangered. Okay. If one animal become extinct, then there will be disruption in the food chain. Wala mawawala kasi sa ecology ganyan Pag nawala yung because every organism has this specific niche. Pag sinabi mong niche, N-I-C-H-E, it's their role in the environment. So pag nawala yung their role in the environment, then there will be an imbalance, no? The balance of nature will be affected. And alam mo naman, pag naging imbalance or nawala yung balance sa nature, then ecosystem might collapse. Like for example, the presence of Chinese turtles in the Philippine river system, no? What happened? It collapses the different organisms that thrives in there. Kasi nagiging competition In Marikina River, the proliferation of what do you call this? Janitor fish. Di ba? Also in may napanood akong Born to be Wild. Maganda yung Born to be Wild class if you have lots of extra time, try to watch episodes of Born to be Wild in YouTube. Meron doong about invasive species, no? In a documentary in Laguna de Bay, no? For example, because of that swordfish. Swordfish nga ba yun? Kiwet in Tagalog, in local name, no? They call it kiwet. Parang it's an invasive species which disrupt the food chain there in the lake lake ecosystem, in that ecosystem. Okay? The same thing with poaching class. It disrupts the ecosystem if an organism become extinct. Poaching results in animals being hunted too soon for them to have time to reproduce or repopulate. This happens in fish, overfishing, for example. In other countries, there is this called hunting season. Ibig sabihin, you are only allowed to hunt like for example deer or birds, no, during hunting season, not on the what's the opposite of that? on the season or the time where they mate or they reproduce. You don't do that. You only hunt during hunting season. No. Bawat living organisms kasi meron yung time of the year that they that 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 they reproduce. No. Even in ano class no in other countries, wala maayos kasi sila eh. They are well educated. They are well educated. Like for example, there are videos I've seen class in Canada for example that that there is this locals no that hunt no for crabs, mud crabs for example. No? They only take those mud crabs that are what do you call this? Large enough. No? May dala silang pang measure. If the mud crab is small, then they will not take it. And if the mud crab has eggs for example for reproduction, no. Pag may mga eggs na sila, pinapakawalan din nila 'yon. They are very educated, no. And they are very disciplined. Tayo kasi sa mga Pilipino, syempre hindi naman tayo gano'n. Wala tayong pakialam as long as we benefits from it, no. Pangit yung mindset na 'yun eh. That's why we have to daig pa tayo ng mga indigenous people. You know, indigenous people class when they look for crabs, mud crab for example in the mangroves halimbawa, no. They only take what they could eat for that day. They only take what they could eat for that day. Ibig sabihin, hindi sila kumukuha ng sobra. Yung tayo kasi, no, kung sino pa yung mga nakakapag-aral, no, sila pa yung walang pakialam. Kukuha tayo ng sobrang dami, syempre, yung iba, ibebenta, ganyan. You only take what you could eat. What you could eat for that day. Ganun dapat yung principle. Marami tayong matututunan sa mga indigenous people, sa mga provinces, sa mga tribes, for example. Yung mga ganyan pa rin naman sa atin eh. Hindi yung mga indigenous class iba yun. Mga indigenous kasi yung mga nakatira naman sa city, and yet they are indigenous. Pero hindi sila yung mga indigenous people. Next is invasive species. Invasive species, on the other hand, class is those organisms that are non-native, meaning they are, siguro pwede mo sabihin they are not endemic. No? Tama ba? Hindi. Iba pa din kasi yun eh. Kasi when you say endemic, meaning dun mo lang makikita, not only in that region, but also in that country. For example, tarsier, yan, endemic lang yan sa Pilipinas. No? Doon mo lang makikita sa bansa na yun. Or maybe pwede mo din siyang ipaliitin yung scale, like for example, endemic lang saan bang region makikita ang Bohol, sa Bohol ba? Ang tawag dito, tarsier. For example, you can say that tarsier is only endemic to Bohol, but I'm not sure baka kasi there are other region na may mga tarsier naman. So it's safer to say that tarsier is endemic to the Philippines. Doon mo lang makikita. Kayo ba? Endemic ba kayo sa endemic tayo sa Pilipinas? Dito lang tayo makikita. Anyway, invasive species are those animals that are not native to particular region. Like for example, the nabanggit ko kanina, the janitor fish in Marikina River, it's not endemic. The Chinese turtle, 'di ba? They are not endemic in the Philippines because they are endemic in China, and yet for some reason they were brought to the Philippines. Siguro may nakawala and then nagpropagate. Ayun, dumami na ng dumami. Hirap diyan. The difficult part for invasive species class is that they don't have natural predator. So what happens if they don't have natural predator? Then no one would there are no other organism that would hunt them. All right? And if they are no natural predators, then they would propagate. They would keep on propagating and reproducing. All right? And if their population increase in a particular river system like those Chinese turtles, no, Then they would produce competition, especially competition to those native species that live, the tribes in there. Okay? Like for example, yung kiwit, no? Search nyo kung ano yun sa English. Swordfish, parang swordfish nga yata eh. Or I'm not sure, just search it. For example, na, 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 na nakapag-reproduce yung mga yon because they don't have natural predator in the Laguna de Bay. So what happened? No, it competes with the native species that thrives in there. Okay? Ano ba yung mga native species sa Laguna de Bay? I'm not sure eh. But in Taal, meron diyang endemic sa Taal. No, native species na dun mo lang makikita. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that. But that fish is called tawilis. Sarap yun ah. Pag deep fry. Malutong. Makakain mo pati yung niya, tinik niya. The point is, invasive species class will outcompete those native species. So what happens to those native species? Maubusan sila ng pagkain. Their population will decrease. No? That's the problem with invasive species. Mabilis silang dumamay because they don't have natural predators. So, and they would outcompete when it comes to food. No? Doon sa ecosystem na yun. So, yung mga native species doon their population will decrease because of extreme competition ng mga invasive species. They include terrestrial, aquatic plants, or even microbes. No? Mahogany, invasive species yan. Class, sa tree planting, yung estudyante may dalang mahogany. Sabi ko, why? Kakasabi ko lang, di ba, mahogany is an invasive species. Tapos yun yung sapling na dala mo na ipaplant mo pa. Hindi. Pag nag-tree planting kayo, dapat mga native trees. Native trees. Nara, yan, ganyan. Hindi mga fruiting trees class, hindi pwedeng pan tree planting ang fruiting trees. Tanim ka ng langka, buko, bayabas, you don't do that class. Hindi yun pwede sa tree planting. May mga certain criteria tayo or rules na sinusunod. Lalo na yung invasive species, no? You don't plant mahogany trees. Invasive alien species, serious threat to ecosystem biodiversities. What is this? Ano nga bang itong water hyacinth, if I'm not mistaken? Hindi mo ba sa may Yan, ang bilis kasi nilang dumami. No? They are threats to ecosystem. Ito yung this one I mentioned earlier, the Chinese soft-shell turtle found in QC. O, di ba? It's not native in the Philippines. It's Chinese turtle, so clearly it's an invasive species. It will produce too much competition when it comes to food sa mga native species natin or organism that lives in the river. What's this? Invasive species, sparrow maya. Na-invade na nila yung mga cities, no? Sabi dyan, next to habitat destruction, invasive species 1 is one of the causes of biodiversity loss. No, wala eh. Nai-extinct mo, mababa yung population ng mga native species if there are alien species, if there are invasive or alien species class. 35th slide. Ayan. So there are, if you type in the YouTube, no, and then you type in YouTube na invasive species, Laguna de Bay, ang dami dyan mga videos, documentation. Ang ganda pa naman gumawa ng documentary ng Born to be Wild, no? GMA. Try to watch it if you have time. And some 75% of genetic diversity of crab plants have been lost in the past century, especially for those countries that are biodiversity hotspot like in the Philippines. Tapos pa tayo, we are third world countries. So our population, no? Most of our population lives in below average income, and large percentage class is in poverty. So what do you expect? Wala yan, overfishing talaga yan, and people will be hunting for food, no? So the biodiversity in the Philippines is decreasing as time goes by. Not only, but wala lahat naman human activities even those climate change na yan, global warming, it's again human activities, because again we rely too much in fossil fuels. And conservation of biodiversity is very important. Environmental education class is very important. I don't know why environmental science in some curriculum was removed. No, I think we should include this in our curriculum, regardless of the program. Kailangan to environmental science. Why is that class? Bakit ba sobrang halaga ng environmental science? Kasi if there is this one threat, no, to humanity, it is not actually the war. It's not actually the pandemic, the COVID na, hindi eh. But if there is this the biggest threat, no, that humanity could face is actually biodiversity loss. Bakit? Class. What's the importance of biodiversity? You know, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Yung pinaka-base ng triangle. Basic needs, kumbaga. Food, shelter, and clothing. Saan ba yan nakukuha? Those needs, no, those basic needs, no, in human are all from biodiversity. Clothes, for example, the silk, the cotton, saan ba galing yan? Plants, silk sa worms, no? Products of biodiversity. Food, lalo na, medicine, no? Lahat naman yan, biodiversity, herb, medicinal plants, 'di ba? Doon lang naman galing yung mga gamot class, most of the medicines that we have in pharmaceuticals, lahat naman yan galing antibiotics. Saan ba galing yan? Fungi, no? Mga herbal medicines, no? Galing yan sa mga plants. Insulin, saan ba galing yan? Insulin, bacteria. Again, product pa din yan ng biodiversity. Please, no? So our basic need came from biodiversity. The raw materials, our houses are built, no? The wood are taken from the forest, no? So biodiversity pa rin class. And if biodiversity is lost, no? So kawawa dyan yung future generation, no? Even yung water class indirectly, ano? Bakit ba may mga ganyang freshwater, hydrologic cycle or water cycle? Sino bang nagda-drive niyan? Plants, forest, please, no? So indirectly, biodiversity is responsible for that. So again, biodiversity is one of our is actually the biggest threat, no, ng humanity. So dapat kasama yan sa education, continuous education. Dapat kasama yan sa curriculum Environmental science. Pwede mo ilagay yan as elective. Like for example, dun sa kabilang school na pinagtuturuan ko, ino-offer pa din yan biodiversity. Biodiversity, environmental science, which ito yung part ng biodiversity. And conclusion, biodiversity is the concept that has no general definition. It's very broad, no? It's usually used in the context that stresses the need for attention in our living environment. It's divided into different types or levels, the habitat, species, and genetic diversity. And biodiversity is very important because the humanities need, no? Because we, no? Our society, humanity class, is dependent on the products of biodiversity. Alright, so that's it.